Hello, students and families. My name is Kennedy Coleman, and I'm with the College Success Foundation. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the WASFA. Overview. What is the WASFA and who is it for? It's the Washington Application for State Financial Aid. It's the financial aid application you can utilize if you do not qualify for the FAFSA. There are various reasons to complete a WASFA instead of a FAFSA, like immigration status. If you're undocumented, you can file the WASFA with or without DACA, even if it's expired. Maybe you have undocumented parents or family members who do not wish to file a FAFSA. Maybe you've defaulted on federal loans or repayments are owed on federal grants. All of these are just some reasons why you may file the WASFA instead. And that's all right. If you're unsure of which application you qualify for, there's a handy-dandy questionnaire you can use to find out. And I'll definitely link it below for you. But if you do qualify for the FAFSA, we totally recommend that you fill that financial aid application out. With the FAFSA, you can qualify for federal and state aid, and with the WASFA, you can only qualify for state aid. All right, let's prepare to start the WASFA. There's a few documents that you'll want to have close by for reference. Your income information. This could include bank statements, a W-2 or pay stub, or federal income tax return. If you did file a federal tax return, you'll be asked for information from 2 years prior to the aid year. For example, if you're applying for aid in the 2025-2026 school year, you'll use tax return information from 2023. You'll also want to reference things such as child support statements, TANF or welfare info, real estate, stocks or bond investments, family business or farm information if applicable. You'll want your SSN or I-797 form if you have current or expired DACA status. And if you're a dependent student, this applies to most students under 24 years old, you'll also need all of this information from your parents as well. So let's begin the create an account process. You got this, I believe in you. You'll be asked to fill out the eligibility questionnaire before creating an account. This is just to make sure you're in the right place, filling out the application that best suits your situation. After that, it's pretty simple. Create an account just as you would anywhere else. Make sure to use a personal email that you can access now and will continue to access for at least 5 years down the line. Do not use a school-issued email. And don't forget to keep that password extra safe. It will ask for your social security number, ITIN, or DACA number. And if you don't have one, don't worry, just leave the section blank. Once you're in, use the green menu on the left to navigate the sections of the form. The numbers in the bottom blue bar will display how many parts are in that specific section and what page you're on. And just click Next to continue. To save your progress, click Exit on the top right corner and then Yes. Starting the application. The student information section will have you give personal and demographic information. Don't forget that if you do not have a social security number, just be sure to leave that section blank. In the student, college, or career school plan section, they will ask questions based on your education status for the year you're starting college. So if you're a senior in high school filling out this application, you'll want to answer the question based on what your status will be when you begin college. So for example, the question says, what will your college grade level be? If you're a high school senior, you will always answer this as a first-year undergraduate. This section determines independent or dependent status. If you're determined to be a dependent student, you'll be required to answer questions about your parents. Most students will fall into this category. Answering yes to any of these questions will mark you as an independent student, and you will not be asked to enter any parent information or require a parent signature. Just note that claiming any special circumstances when you don't qualify may delay the processing of your application. So, answer the questions carefully and accurately. If you are a dependent student, there will be the section titled Student Family Information that will ask basic information about your parents. If you're an independent student, there will not be a Student Family Information section. In this section, answer all questions as they relate to only the student, including additional income and federal benefits. While the student tax filing status questions are based on taxes from 2 years ago, the student asset questions are based on your current assets, meaning as of today. If the answer is 0 or the question does not apply, just enter 0. If the family receives food assistance or other government benefits, this will be captured in the parent sections of the application. The school list section refers to colleges and universities within Washington State. You can choose up to 20 schools here in the school list section, and you'll need to put at least one. Select the schools you're considering attending, even if you haven't applied or haven't been accepted. This helps to ensure you submit your financial aid application before any priority deadlines. In the parent information section, you'll be providing your parent's identity information. Ensure that you provide information exactly as it appears on their Social Security, DACA, or ITIN number. And if a parent doesn't have a Social Security number, DACA, or ITIN, just enter in all zeros. It will also ask for the parent's email address. Just make sure you're putting an email address that they have access to. Later in the application, the parent will need to create an account and provide an electronic signature. In the Parent Financial Information section, if the parent or anyone in your family received federal benefits, select all that apply. It will then ask about your parent's tax filing status for 2 years ago's taxes. For example, if you're filling out the 2025-2026 WASFA application, it will then ask about your 2023 taxes. And if your parents filed taxes, you'll now need your IRS Form 1040. If any of the answers are 0 or doesn't apply, just enter 0. In the Parents' Assets section, they're asking for parents' current assets, meaning as of today. If the answer is 0 or the question doesn't apply, just enter 0. If the parent is married, you'll need to then add the other parent or spouse's identity information. In the Additional Questions section, you will need to confirm that by the time you start your first term at college, you will have met the following eligibility requirements. First, earn a high school diploma, GED, or diploma equivalent before your first term of college. Second, maintain a primary residence in Washington State for at least 12 consecutive months immediately before starting your first term of college. And 3, you'll promise that one of the following is true: that you will file an application to become a permanent resident of the United States as soon as you're eligible to apply, and that you're willing to also engage in activities designed to prepare you for citizenship, including citizenship or civics review courses. Or confirm that you are already a U.S. citizen, U.S. national, or U.S. permanent resident. Meeting the eligibility requirements will qualify you for Washington in-state tuition rates at public institutions and meet residency requirements for state financial aid programs at participating schools. We're almost done. Once you've completed all the required sections, you'll be directed to the signature section for the final step in the application process. Don't forget, if you're a dependent student, you'll also need to have your parents provide their signature, which we'll talk about next. In the e-signature section, click on the e-sign document option. Before electronically signing the form, you'll need to review your answers to the application. Be sure to click on the download icon and the form will then open in a new tab. Once you've viewed it, you can then close it. And then check the box to acknowledge your information is true and correct. Then click Next. You'll then be directed to the last page. On the last page, you'll need to click on and review the required disclosures and the minimum electronic signature hardware and software requirements. You can then enter in your information and click on Sign. If you're an independent student, your application is now complete. The application will be sent to your prospective colleges within 24 hours. And if you're a dependent student, you'll now need to invite a parent so they can provide their signature electronically. After you've submitted your application, it'll take you back to the Documents page. Just click on Review and Update under the My Documents section. From there, you can click on Request Parent Signature. If you listed 2 parents on your application, you'll only need to select one of them to submit an electronic signature. Ensure that the email address is correct and then click on Send Invite. You'll be redirected to the WASFA Documents page, and the application status will then say Pending Parent Signature. Your parent will receive an email with the link to create their own account and to electronically sign your application. Move quickly because the link will expire in just 72 hours. The parent will need to check their email and follow the link to create an account. After this, they'll just need to validate their email address to finish the process. At this point, they should be able to successfully access their WASFA account. The parent will be directed to the WASFA documents page, where there will be a pending parent signature. Now, go ahead and click on Sign Form. Parent will then need to enter their information, such as name, birth date, and the last four of their social security number. And don't forget, if they don't have a social security number, they'll just put all zeros. Ensure all this information matches what the student listed on their application too, and once you're finished, just click Done. At this point, click on the e-sign document and they'll be redirected to the Documents page. Find and click on Review and Update. Similar to the student, the parent will repeat the same steps the student did to complete the electronic signature process. Before electronically signing the form, you'll need to review your answers to the application. Be sure to click on the download icon and the form will open in a new tab. Once you've reviewed it, you can then close the tab and then check the box to acknowledge your information is true and correct. Then click Next. After this, you'll be directed to the last page. On this page, you'll need to review the required disclosures and the minimum electronic signature hardware and software requirements. You can then enter in your information and click on Sign. Congratulations! The parent e-signature is submitted and your WASFA application is fully complete. After the application, once your application is complete, within 24 hours, your information will be made available to all prospective colleges you listed on your application. The college's financial aid office will use the information you submitted on your WASFA to prepare a personalized financial aid offer with the amounts and types of state aid that you're eligible for. If you have any questions about the financial aid award process, timeline, your SAI, please check with your college's financial aid office. Only your college can provide you with this information. If you need to make any changes to your application once you've submitted it, you'll need to log back into the Student WASFA homepage. What you'll do is you'll select the application that needs to be updated, make the necessary changes, save your application, then electronically re-sign it. If a parent previously signed your application, you'll need to re-invite them to sign. You won't be able to edit your application, and your schools won't be able to see your updated form until that parent signature piece is complete. And that, my friends, is just about everything you need to know to successfully fill out your WASFA application. Good luck, you've got this, and reach out to a trusted adult if you need help. See you next time.